What is going on, wonderful people? Hope you're having a phenomenal day so far. In this video, we experienced a whole bunch of technical difficulties, and I know on YouTube things are supposed to be perfect, but I did promise that I'd show a lot of the ups and downs throughout my film journey here, and as promised, here we are. We ran into issues such as getting kicked out of an actual parking structure. 3, 2, at all? To my Nikon F5 not actually having batteries for our session. I'm gonna go grab batteries from the gas station, cause so yeah, a lot of crazy stuff did end up happening for this session, but I did in fact get to use the 24 to 120 f4 lens from Nikon on my Nikon F5. I was super excited about using this lens, not only because the focal range on this thing is crazy, 24 millimeters all the way up to 120, but also because it's an f4 aperture lens, and it's a lot different than some of the other stuff we use on the channel. My Mamiya, the lowest aperture it goes up to is 2.8, and a few of these lenses I have for the f3 and the f5 actually are 1.4, so it'll be different change of pace for us using an f4 aperture lens, and also to give you guys the understanding that you don't always have to shoot wide open, especially when you have beautiful sunlight and nice scenery in the background here. Although some of these Kodak Gold pictures did not and quite pick up a lot of that beautiful blue color that I was expecting from the sunlight, I do still like the warmth and the golden rays that the images produce, especially when we moved into our secret spot that we found that you'll see later in the video. But without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and play the BTS of this. You guys make sure that you like the video if you're rocking with it, as well as click the subscribe button if you aren't a subscriber yet, so you don't miss any upcoming content like this. Thanks again and enjoy the video. Okay, let's see. Just trying to make sure I have enough light here with the sun. 3, 2, and 1. At all? Okay, thank you, ma'am. Okay, yeah, that's fine. All right, so we got kicked out of the parking structure. Might have been, I don't know, I haven't been kicked out of too many spots before for photography, but we definitely got kicked out of this one. Fucking sucks that security was here the day of we decided to come. I'd never see security down here, but it's okay. We're gonna regroup, find another spot. Preferably with more of the open light so that the shade from the parking structure doesn't actually block a lot of the light from this 200 ISO film, and then we'll go from there. So I honestly thought I was gonna play for y'all just BTS footage for the rest of the shoot, but I realized after reviewing the footage, literally after recording the first part of this video, voiceover, when I looked at my footage, I did not have my microphone on after leaving the first parking garage structure, and I don't know how the hell that's the case, but again, y'all, this is kind of goes with the video. Mistakes happen. So we are talking through some of this stuff here. We did end up going and finding another top of the rooftop area, parking structure area that Deja actually had in mind. Make sure you guys go follow her. Deja's been one of the day ones on the channel kind of since we started here, and she's always down for my super dope concept. So make sure y'all follow her on Instagram here. But we went and found another parking garage structure, and this one had more of the open area that I was referring to earlier, where I would be able to use more of the sun to illuminate and make up for that f4 aperture. Kodak Gold is so good, John, whether it's in 120 format or 35 millimeter, it just shines really well. Also does a good job with producing those awesome Kodak warmth colors to go along with it, but that's not what the video is about. We're talking about the Nikon 24 to 120 f4 VR lens. And again, I really like how this thing is built. It is a super professional grade lens, and the quality that comes out of this lens is pretty freaking good. The images are super sharp, And honestly, even at like 24 millimeters, I barely saw any sort of like vignetting on the side. It's not a lot, but it would just be a tad bit that you can either live with, or if you really wanted to, go correct it in post afterwards. I do love how sturdy the focal length ring is on this lens. Sometimes on zoom lenses, when you are using one of those focal length rings to adjust the focal length when it does actually extend out, when the lens actually extends out, sometimes the thing isn't the sturdiest and it'll fall in with the different type of movement that you make with the camera. But this one, once you have this thing extended out to any sort of focal length from 24, it actually stays and it's pretty sturdy. Again, it goes back to the professional grade build of this lens. Also, shooting portraits at 120 on this thing, phenomenal. I love my 105 focal length for sure, especially on my Nikon F3. I own the Nikon 105 f2.5 lens, and when I had my Sony gear, I had the Sigma 105 f1.4 lens. So long story short, I love the 105 focal length and being able to shoot this stuff at like 105, but the highest I go up to is 120. These photos look phenomenal at 120. I really love the detail. I did in fact come to the end of the first roll of Kodak Gold 200, and Deja actually spotted a nice little parking garage across from us where the light was shining in also beautifully during the golden hour. That golden hour sun was coming in. We really made sure we ran from where we were at over to the other garage to get some shots, aka our secret spot I alluded to earlier. So we're gonna jump over to the other parking structure here. In the later shots, I'll have some audio up for us, and then we'll go from there. All right, gang, thank you so much for watching. We got some cool shots here. Of course, like I said, always bring batteries. This was a rocky shoot. We got kicked out of one place. The batteries on my camera stopped working. So I'm gonna go find some batteries so we can do another concept for a later video. Thank you guys for watching so much. Let me know in the comments what you think of Kodak Gold and the photos that you saw on the screen, and I'll catch you in the next one. Oh, make sure to like and subscribe as well, and peace. All right, cool.